Periods of rain throughout the day and a high of 56. With your AccuWeather forecast, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
From local sports to national newsmakers, this is the show everybody is talking about. Live from the Granite State, it's Mike and the Hoss on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
Good morning and welcome to the Mike and the Hoss Show, powered by the Yum Shop on the Pulse of New Hampshire. I'm Mike Danae, and alongside Charlie Hossack, we are Mike and the Hoss. Big day today, Charlie. It's a
huge day.
Championship Saturday in high school hockey.
Championship weekend, really.
Championship weekend,
going
on. Specifically high school hockey.
Yes.
And the team that I'm a coach of, one of the coaches anyway, is we are in the finals this week at SNU for the second year in a row,
which is exciting.
It's a good day down there. You have four championship games.
Yeah.
You have the girls, then it's Division II, and then it's Division III, then Division I that comes after us. So our game, we're dropping the puck at 2:45,
which is exciting, and I certainly will be there. Just a little show note: you're going to exit stage left around 11:45.
I got to catch the bus.
Yeah, you got to catch the bus, and Dog and I will finish up the show together. The last few minutes of the show, which will be exciting, and then you'll be catching the bus, and I'll be heading down to cheer on your team, and of course cheer for you. I mean, that's why I'm there.
It's all about me, Charlie.
It's all about. I like to watch the coaching, and I evaluate that. So that'll be fun. But yes, it is championship weekend, and we're going to be covering that in New Hampshire sports. It's very exciting. A couple reasons I'm excited. Obviously, it's championship weekend for basketball and for hockey and all that good stuff. But it's also the culmination of the winter season, which then gets me excited for the spring season.
Yes.
So it's just a quick turnaround.
We're going to see baseball and softball tryouts in the next week or two.
Yes, yep. And we'll be starting our umpiring in a few weeks.
Yeah, we got our schedule for school
for that, which is exciting. So
it is exciting.
I'm looking forward to it.
A lot of stuff going on. Patriots, off-season stuff is going on. A lot of signings going on.
Selection Sunday for March Madness is tomorrow.
World Baseball Classic.
Yep. That's fun.
Still happening.
I watched a little ball last night.
The Bruins are making a playoff run.
Yeah,
they'd be in the playoff if they only played at home.
They're holding on, by the skin of their teeth. Right,
they're the 8.
Yeah, they're the 8 seed. We'll talk about them.
And something we've talked about for about 4 months now. They're the 8th seed by 1 point. But then they could 1 point away from being the 4th seed.
Yeah.
Too. So
it's all pretty tight.
So it's a must win. Every game's a must win for them.
And the Celtics are in a great position right now. I mean, they're pretty solidly in the second place in the East with time running out in the season.
And both teams are playing today. The Bruins are playing the Capitals. Thank you. Yep. And then the Celtics are playing the Lowly Wizards, which you can catch tonight on the Pulse of New Hampshire. Pregame at 5:30 and tip off at 6:05. Yeah. That's the Lowly Wizards. That must be a win. And we're going to talk about Celtics a little bit later. There's some comments that Jaylen Brown made this week.
Yeah.
The Celtics were kind of like on a West Coast thing, and a lot of potential NBA Finals previews.
Sure.
Potentially.
Yeah. And
I thought they did well in 2 of the games, not so well in 1 of the games. But he made some comments. We talked a little bit about Jaylen Brown getting ejected in OT this past week. That was brought to you by Maine Love Water, by the way. But he made some comments that I think might be directed at Jason Tatum.
Yeah,
I think they might be. We'll get to those when it's time.
I think you might be right. And trivia today is exciting because it's Back Bay Boathouse, and the trivia question, just to get people excited, has to do with the Celtics.
All right. Mike and the Hoss is powered by the Yum Shop, located in the heart of downtown Wolfboro, and can be found on the Pulse of New Hampshire radio stations and all over the world on the Pulse of New Hampshire app. You can always catch up and listen to our previous shows on the Pulse Podcast Network, Spreaker, Audible, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. The Yum Shop has over 100 varieties of fresh baked goods, including 6 different types of bread and a full-service ice cream bar. And, of course, their most famous item is the gingerbread cookie. Make sure to visit the Yum Shop the next time you're in Wolfboro or online at yumshop.com. And while you're there, enter the discount code of Mike and the Hoss to receive 20% off the Gingy Box. Now you can join a conversation, 603-228-2080. That is 603-228-2080. And as always, thank you to the Heinz Group of Philadelphia and London for sponsoring our Facebook Live and YouTube Live feed. And you can catch us on social media.
Yeah, we are on X, we are on Instagram, we're on Facebook, or on YouTube. Give us a like, and we'd love to interact with our listeners.
As always, opening takes are brought to you by the Back Bay Boathouse,
where you can enjoy delicious food and drinks right next to the lake. Don't forget to order the $5 Mike and the Hoss penalty box during happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m.
I did the prime rib special on Thursday night at the Boathouse.
Was
this
it yummy?
week. It was incredible.
Yeah.
It was,
I got to get in for I got to get in for wing night because I love wings. I don't need to be in the competition because I'm not going to win
not doing
that.
59.
I'm not doing 59 wings, but I do love wings, and it's a wing night on Wednesdays, and that might be something I might do this week.
Let's do yours first. Your
Yeah.
opening take first, because we could table mine down. I mean,
Well, I have
two
to
more
say,
weeks.
I want to give you a little bit of credit, Mike, because you had talked. Your opening take, which we'll get to, you had talked about last week, and basically my 2 cents was we got to do some research, and you did some research. So I appreciate that, and we're gonna take a look at what the research says. My opening take is the question that I want to start with a question: how can employers justify paying higher wages when the product or service being produced does not generate enough value to support those wages, right? So any business owner, whatever business you run, is going to ask that question. If the product or service being produced doesn't generate enough value, then you can't pay your employees that much money. This has to do with the WNBA. The WNBA season is in jeopardy of not starting on time. Preseason begins at the end of April. In a nutshell, we've talked about this before, but players want higher pay. The current league minimum for the 0 to 2 years is $66,000 a year, and if you're 3+ years in the league, the minimum, if you're a veteran, is $79,000. The players want it raised to $200,000 to $220,000 per year. They also want to receive a larger share of the revenue that the league produces. Players want 25 to 26% of, and the league has actually made an offer of 15.5%. Currently, the players are receiving 9 to 10% of the league revenue. This league makes no money.
They lose money.
Yeah, this league. Why on earth would you pay someone $200,000 when the league is, as you said, losing money? It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm not anti-WNBA. I actually enjoy the WNBA. I enjoy women's basketball, but they are not making any money, and nobody is going to see them unless Caitlin Clark is involved. So you're not selling out arenas if Caitlin Clark is really not involved, and people are not just saying, "I cannot wait to watch the WNBA on TV." I understand they have a new TV deal, but it's pretty insignificant compared to what the NBA has or any other professional sport. So I don't understand how the players can actually sit at a table like we are now, trying to negotiate, saying $66,000 a year is pretty good to play basketball. I would love to do that, and then say, "But no, we need to make $200,000." Okay, where is this money coming from? It's not coming from anywhere.
Well, it's coming from the NBA.
Well, I understand that.
They're
So,
subsidized.
yeah, so I don't know. So it kind of frustrates me. The whole WNBA and the whole negotiation process frustrates me, where I think sitting at the table, the WNBA is making some concessions and saying, "All right, we'll give you a little of this, we'll give you that, but we're not going in all in on this huge payday."
When Major League Baseball, the NFL, NHL, when they've had their lockouts / strikes,
Yeah.
specifically the lockouts, there's an incentive to get back to the table because those leagues make money, and the owners don't like losing money.
Right.
The owners are going to make more money by not playing a season.
Yeah.
And that's what the Players Association for the WNBA doesn't realize.
Right.
That the owners lose money. They're losing money. This league is being subsidized by the NBA. If they don't play, they are going to end the year with more money than they had when they started.
Correct.
Eventually, maybe the TV deal, maybe they break even on the TV deal,
Maybe, yeah,
maybe.
maybe.
But I don't think the WNBA players realize that there's no incentive for the owners to open up their checkbooks.
Right.
They're not making money.
And a good point, Mike. So if the MLB, if baseball goes on strike, I will be upset because I'm a huge baseball fan. If the WNBA goes on strike, there's going to be a minority of people that are upset. Most people are going to be like, "Oh, we didn't even realize that the WNBA season was going on."
95% of the people would not even know that the WNBA was on strike. They would be saying,
You said what I was thinking.
When do they start?
Yeah.
When does the WNBA start? Because honestly, I couldn't give you a date when the WNBA starts, and I follow it to an extent.
Yeah.
I follow it.
Yeah, the season begins in May, but right.
most people don't
Most
realize
people
that.
don't realize that.
Most
yeah.
people associate, the WNBA as much as they know when the XFL starts.
Right.
Yes. So it's
correct.
And that's not a diss on the WNBA.
No.
It's just that where they're at right now in terms of relevance, it's a fact. And they've been doing this now for about 30 years. And they still have not, and they had the opportunity. We've talked about this extensively the past couple of years, the Caitlin Clark effect. And what did they do?
Yeah.
They kicked her to the curb,
They kicked her to the curb, and they didn't listen to us. They didn't listen to us in saying that pair up the Celtics with the WNBA team and kind of get people excited about that. No, they're not listening to us. They're not listening to their fans. It's Caitlin Clark. You had the opportunity, and now it's starting to fizzle. So.
It is. It's starting to fizzle. And if they lose a season, and God forbid for them that they lose a season.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
But that's a realistic outcome with this. Yeah. Because there are some voices on the WNBA who are antagonistic. And they are demanding that they get theirs, quote unquote theirs. Yeah. But theirs doesn't exist.
Right.
There is no theirs. Theirs is a red line on a balance sheet.
Right.
And that's what they just think because the men are making 7-8 figures that they should be doing the same thing out of equity. And that's not how businesses work.
No.
And you opened it with that. If the business is not making money, how can they justify paying the players that are doing this more money?
Correct.
And they can't.
Yeah.
And the owners aren't going to. You can see that the offers that the owners have made are relevant to the amount of money that they're projecting to make.
Right.
Which is zero.
So what they're doing is giving a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift thanks to the NBA.
Dog, real quick, what are your thoughts? Is the Players Association for the WNBA doing this correctly?
No, they're not. And again, it's really, to me, they don't like Kathy Engelbert. They don't like her leadership. I think that's what Nafisa Collier has been really vocal about that. I think that's the first thing. The second thing, you guys are right to that point, is that, well, there are two WNBA franchises that are worth the team valuations. The New York Liberty and the Golden State Valkyries are in the hundreds of millions of value. That's good, but you all have these other teams that are not that, and we're going to see how long this is going to be sustainable, because they have that new TV deal, which is great, but they're not playing. That's not helping them.
Right. No. All right. I don't know how it's going to end up. I don't know, but I just have a feeling that because the owners don't make any money, that they're going to be like, all right, if you want to hold out.
Right. So the good news is that they're all sitting at a table and they're having marathon sessions about negotiating. So they're working for a settlement, but I'm not optimistic. I mean, because they were supposed to have the settlement done by March 10th, and we're not there, and we're getting closer to preseason. So.
All right, when we come back, we are going to take a run around New Hampshire sports and talk about who's playing in the championships, who's already won a championship, because some things have happened.
Some happened.
And you had mentioned this is championship weekend in New Hampshire, so we're going to share some of our thoughts.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll be right back.
And if you're having trouble hearing us,
listen anytime, anywhere. Just ask your smart device to play the Pulse of NH.
Hi, my name's Robin Fletcher. I've smoked for 46 years. I went to a seminar and I have not smoked a cigarette since I left. My best friend came with me and neither one of us smoked. I took my 3 sisters and my brother-in-law and my sister's best friend. None of them have smoked a cigarette. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
My name is Jen Carpenter. I went to a Mark Patrick seminar back in February 12, 2015, the Stop Smoking, and it worked. I'm coming up on 11 years. A friend of mine also went in October of 2015, and he still no longer smokes. This is after, for myself, almost 30 years of smoking, and it was just amazing.
Lose weight or stop smoking with hypnosis, only $59.99. Hypnosis designed to destroy unwanted cravings. That's right. Seminars Sunday, March 29th, Doubletree, Concord, downtown in Concord. Weight loss hypnosis 11 a.m. Stop smoking hypnosis 2 p.m. Or Monday, March 30th, Best Western Plus Landmark in Laconia. Weight loss hypnosis 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking hypnosis 8 p.m. Register at markpatrickseminars.com.
Hey, this is Mike today alongside Charlie Hossack from Mike and the Hoss.
You know what I love about getting away to the coast? That fresh, clean feeling.
What if you could get that feeling anywhere? That's what drinking Maine Love water is like.
It's true. It's sourced from pristine Maine water, and you can taste the difference. It's so crisp and refreshing, and it comes in recyclable aluminum cans, not plastic.
Whether you choose their pure water or their feel-good flavored seltzers, you're getting simple, sustainable, feel-good hydration.
That's Maine love. Bring that clean Maine feeling home with you.
Every sandwich has bread, every burger has a bun, but these warm, golden, smooth steam buns, these are special, reserved for the very best. The Filet-O-Fish, and you can have them too.
It's Filet-O-Fish season. Get 2 for $6 or 2 10-piece McNuggets for $6 or mix and match. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hey, commercial landscapers, tired of talking to your equipment like it's going to magically fix itself? Then take a break from the job site and head to the MD Tractor Commercial Landscapers Open House Barbecue this Wednesday, March 18th in Plastow. Meet the sales reps. They'll be on hand to answer questions. Redbacks, Husqvarna, Steel, Kubota, Wright, Walker, Billy Goat, and more. You can grab some barbecue and save up to 20% on select handheld equipment. The best equipment, the best prices, commercial operators only. Wednesday at MB Tractor, Plastow.
You got me! The galaxy is safe once again.
Sometimes kids play with pretend guns. It's up to us to make sure they don't play with real ones. Keep yours stored locked and unloaded. Learn more at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
Gun Show, Gun Show, Gun Show. This weekend at the Rochester American Legion. Guns, ammo, accessories, and more. Saturday and Sunday, 188 Eastern Avenue in Rochester. To learn more, go to negunshows.com. That's the letter N, the letter E, gunshows.com.
Coming up at noon, we talk tech with Kim Commando. In the meantime, we're back to Mike and the Hoss on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
Mike and the Hoss on the radio waves. Teachers by day, coaches making plays. Sports talking kings of Wolfeboro town. Husbands, fathers, where heroes are found.
You know, Charlie, it dawned on me that Bailey's Bubble will be opening in less than 2 months.
I cannot wait.
Less than 2 months.
I am. So if someone were to ask, do you have an addiction, meaning me? And the answer is yes. I am addicted to ice cream, but specifically for real, Bailey's Bubble ice cream is incredible because they get it at Richardson's Dairy from Middleton, Massachusetts, which, as you've heard before, I grew up going to. So I love Bailey's Bubble. It's family owned and operated. Bailey's Bubble in downtown Wolfboro serves the finest ice cream in the state from May through October. If you can't make it to Wolfboro for ice cream, you can still order their hot fudge, panucci, and butterscotch sauces at baileysbubble.com. My favorite is their homemade hot fudge. When placing your order, don't forget to tell them that Mike and the Hoss sent you.
A shout out to the Bubble too. They've been with us for more than 2 years, sponsoring New Hampshire sports.
Oh yeah,
which
has been awesome, and they've been with us since we started. Yeah, exactly. We started
8 years now.
Yeah, 8 years. So it's crazy. All right, it is NHIAA Championship weekend. And I'm actually going to go backwards, just so you know. I wanted to give a shout out to a lot of the teams that have played and a lot of the games that are happening this weekend. But the co-ed unified basketball, it's Division I. Exeter defeated Londonderry, so congratulations to Exeter. In girls basketball, in D4, Division IV, Groveton defeated Newmarket. In D3, Fall Mountain defeated Guildford. And then the games that still need to be played in Division II, you have Pembroke versus Derryfield. And then in D1, here they are, Mike. Concord Christian girls versus Londonderry. We talked a lot about Concord Christian. They won it. They won it in D4. They won it in D3. They won it in D2. And now they're in the championship game against Londonderry for D1.
But this is their second year D1, correct?
Yeah.
Last year they didn't win it.
They did not.
And yeah. But it took them a year.
Here they are.
Isn't this
this is amazing. So best of luck to the teams that are still playing girls basketball. Boys basketball in Division 4, Littleton defeated Groveton. Congratulations to Littleton. In Division 3, Guildford defeated Mascoma Valley.
A shout out to Guildford.
Yeah,
we do this every season. We do, we go over it, the championships, and we've been doing it for a long time. And our kids are recently through the school system.
Yep.
We never do this without mentioning Guildford 2 or 3 times every season about winning a championship or in the
Being in
finals or
finals,
something.
yeah. All they do is win in Guilford.
The sports culture that they have over there
It's
is it really is. So a shout out to Guilford that you are continuously putting out championship level teams.
And the other thing is I've done a lot of umpiring over there in the summer with Guilford, and you see the Babe Ruth and the Guilford kids. They're playing high level baseball. They're just it's high level athletics. So congratulations, like you said, to Guilford. The other Division II, the game that hasn't happened is Hollis Brookline is playing Pelham, and in Division I, Pinkerton is playing against Trinity. So that's D1 and D2 basketball. Best of luck to the boys. Girls hockey, the game has already happened, but Division I, Hanover played Oyster River Portsmouth.
Well, it's going on right now.
Yeah, this morning. Correct. You're right. It's 10 o'clock puck drop. So right now, Hanover is playing Oyster River Portsmouth in girls hockey. There's only one division. So good luck, girls. And then in boys hockey, Mike, Division I, that's happening tonight as you mentioned, at SNU. That happens at 5 o'clock. Concord is playing Bishop Girton. That is a rematch from last year. So best of luck to Concord and Bishop Girton. D2 will be happening prior to your game. That's Spalding is playing Oyster River. That's going to be exciting because Spalding, I want to say Spalding's like the 5th seed. So good luck to Spalding and Oyster River. And then the one that I'm going to see, the one that you'll be coaching, is in Division III. You have Berlin Gorham versus Kingswood. And that is happening. Puck drops at 2:45-ish today, which is exciting.
It'll probably be 2:45 on the nose.
Yeah,
they're running
because they try to tight
there.
ship.
Yeah.
So that is exciting. That's for the D3 championship. As you mentioned at SNU today, lots and lots of playoff hockey, which is exciting.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Division III game since why not? We get to play Berlin Gorham.
Yeah.
Berlin Gorham is, as most people know, I hail from the North.
You are
Country.
you are a mountaineer,
and so I have a lot of respect for the hockey program up there.
Yes.
I'm also optimistic about Kingswood's chances.
Good. You played them so tight in the regular season.
Yep. Division III does their semifinals in Plymouth at Plymouth State College, which is an amazing venue for high school hockey.
It is, yeah.
It's packed. The game before us was Berlin Gorham and Kennett, which came down was a 1-goal game, controversial no-goal call to tie it up at the very end.
Yeah.
But just the electricity in that rink for that, it's almost too bad. I understand why they don't do the finals there, because they want to do all 4 teams and they need a bigger venue for all 4 teams. But when it comes to just a high school game, the Plymouth Arena is fantastic. Plymouth State College Arena is really good. In our game, a shout out to our goalie, Jake Dubuque. He proverbially stood on his head, as they said.
He truly stood. He was peppered in that third period, just peppered.
And so, but sometimes that's what it takes. We saw it with Team USA with Hellebuck.
Yes.
He kind of carried that team to the win, to the gold medal. So you need to have a hot goalie, and any hockey thing, it's usually the hot goalie that wins it.
Right. My 2 cents, not that you asked for it. I think Kingswood's chances are great as long as you guys can stay out of the penalty box.
We stayed out of the penalty box in the third period, which was a first for us, I think, that we didn't have a penalty in the period. We do tend to get a little loose. We like to play aggressive. We like to play physical.
Sure.
And we don't, and as a hockey coach, when your team likes to play it like that, you don't want to dissuade them from doing that.
Right. But there's a fine line between physical and legal.
Yep.
And that's all. And here's my other 2 cents, and you know this, but Berlin Gorham, I mean, they're a team that's going to take advantage anytime they have the opportunity. So they're going on a power play. They're very good. So
very good power play. Yeah. So like I said, we're the underdog, and it's not a bad thing to be the underdog.
No, I think it's good to be the underdog.
So I'm pretty excited about that.
Well, good luck today. I'm excited. I can't wait to cheer on Kingswood and all the rest of the teams that are going to be playing today.
All right. I guess we have some time. I could do my opening take real quick. Yeah. So last week I had mentioned about, is there a correlation between preseason baseball and regular season baseball? In other words, if you do well in preseason, does that correlate to doing well in?
Yeah, and I think and maybe even asked me the question, like, I think the way you phrased it was, do you even care about how the team does in the preseason? Because the comment was the Red Sox were kind of getting blown out, 9-2, and does it matter? And my take was, no, it doesn't matter. I don't care. But then the other piece was, we better do some research to see if it really matters.
And I did some, and so it broke down. AI did it. I've been using Gemini. This is, I was using Copilot before. I'm giving Gemini a little bit of a try. So
all right. Yeah.
this is Gemini information. And so the first thing was, and I had to go back basically 10 years and look at teams that were dominant in preseason. How did they do in the regular season?
Sure.
And then the other way around. So
Right.
the dominant teams in 2023, the St. Louis Cardinals, 17-7, regular season, 71-91, lost. They were last in the division.
So they were 17-7 in the preseason.
Correct.
Gotcha.
In 2022, the Angels were 11-6.
Sorry. My beloved Mike Trout.
Regular season, 73-89, missed the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah.
In 2016, the Diamondbacks were 24-8 in the preseason.
They were a juggernaut in the preseason.
69-93 in the regular season.
Yeah.
And then 2015.
Zach Greinke to that absurd contract. So in that 2015 offseason, so the 2016 when spring training began was like the hype was there, and they were living up to the hype in spring training, and then the bell rang in the regular season, and that was all she wrote.
Right.
2015, the Athletics.
Oh, my
22-11.
Woo, looking good in preseason.
68-94. Last in the division during the regular season. So there's that. Now let's go the other side.
Yeah.
These are the slow starters in preseason.
Okay.
The 2021 Astros were 6-14 in the preseason.
Yeah.
They made the World Series that
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
95-67. The 2016 Cubs, 11-19 in the preseason. They won the World Series.
They won it all. Yeah.
They won the World Series.
Yeah.
The 2015 Rangers, 9-19, 88-74. They won their division.
Wow.
So let's look at our Red Sox. And
Yes.
again, I went back 10 years.
Okay.
So I think I have time to do all 10 years. So starting in 2014, 13-16 preseason.
Yeah.
Finished in last.
Hmm.
2015, 18-12.
Yeah.
So this was considered a high spring rank. Last.
Yeah.
2016, 14-17. So they were low in the spring season. They won the AL East.
Okay.
2017, 17-14, considered middle of the road.
Yeah.
Won the AL East.
Okay.
2018, 22-9.
They were good in preseason.
And they won the World
Yes, they
Series.
did.
So there was a
They had
direct
108
correlation.
wins that season. Yeah.
Next year, 11-16, missed the playoffs. Next year, 16-11, we're in 2021 now. 16-11,
Yeah.
ALCS.
Mm-hmm.
Next year, 11-8, last place.
Okay.
In 2023, 14-15, so kind of middle, last place.
Oh.
2024, 19-14, missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then 2025, last year, they were 9-10, and they made the playoffs last year.
Okay.
So basically, through research,
Yes,
through AI,
through research.
I can confidently say there's absolutely no correlation between spring training.
Thank you.
Spring training record and
So what I
regular
had
season.
said without doing the research, thankfully you proved that my case. Thankfully.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
there
it
is
doesn't really matter.
No, I
Yeah.
mean you had a few cases, but it's as random as not doing well.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that makes me feel because the Red Sox arguably suck this preseason.
Yeah.
They really do. They're struggling. Every time I turn it on, every time I catch a Boston,
They're getting blown out.
They're getting
Yeah.
blown
But
out
I
by
thi-
double digits. They're losing.
But don't you think? I mean, spring season is to the spring training. Sorry, is to kind of get the kinks out, but to allow other players an opportunity to compete for certain positions,
So-
to see where they're going to put them.
I don't know if it stayed here. Yes, it did. So one of the things I picked up was that the biggest indicators of success in preseason is not team, it's individual. That if a pitcher, for instance, can add 3 miles per hour to his fastball, that's a significant upgrade from the previous year.
That is.
And they look at that statistically, that's significant that they're going to probably have a better year.
Okay.
Conversely, if they lose 3 miles an hour, then something's wrong.
Right.
A hitter, what do you think the precipitous of how, if you're going to be successful in the preseason as a hitter, what do you think it is? It's not batting average. I'll let you know.
No, and it's not batting average. It's got to be.
It's a new stat.
It's the new stat that they output. It's got to be exit velocity.
It's exit
That's because
velocity.
all everybody talks about.
So if a player's exit velocity increases dramatically in the spring training, then that's a correlation that they're probably going to have a better year than they had before because they're hitting the ball harder.
Right. It's funny. It's funny they say that because instead of talking about Mike Dene just hit a double, they're like Mike Tenay's exit velocity was, oh yeah, and he hit a double.
Because it's a tangible stat.
Yeah.
It's not where a double is kind of subjective in
It can
terms
be,
of
yeah.
where it was hit. It could be
How fast you are. I mean, your double could be my single.
a double 10 feet to the left could be a fly out to the center fielder.
Right.
So it really is. Whereas exit velocity, how hard you hit the ball is
Yeah.
a tangible stat compared to what you were.
Right.
And the same thing with pitching. You could throw a great fastball and somebody hits it over, over the fence.
Right.
But if your stat that you're throwing the ball 3 miles per hour or greater higher than you were the year before, then that relates to doing better.
Yeah.
So
I love
it's kind of interesting. You got to love AI, or you got to hate AI. I don't know.
Yeah.
That would have taken me 6 months to research that. If,
True.
You know,
Yeah, it's
without
crazy how just at your fingertips.
Now it's about just prompt questions.
Two minutes later, you got all your intel.
Yeah. All right. When we come back, we're going to be doing some trivia, and it's by the Back Bay Boathouse, which we mentioned earlier, and it is Celtics related. So we'll be right back. More Mike and the Haas on the Pulse.
107.7 WTPL, the pulse of New Hampshire.
Fun Spot, family fun for kids of all ages. Offering over 600 games, including 300 classic arcade games, a 20-lane 10-pin and candlepin bowling center, cash bingo, indoor mini golf, a restaurant, a tavern, and more. If you love pinball, then you've got to check out Fun Spot's Pinball Outpost, featuring a cool sci-fi theme with plenty of pinballs, including Stern's latest games, The Mandalorian, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, James Bond 007, and more. Fun Spot is the largest arcade in the world, and you're invited to come and have fun for you and your family, birthday parties, and group outings. Fun Spot Arcade, 20-lane 10-pin and candlepin bowling center, cash bingo, indoor mini golf, a restaurant, a tavern, and more. Get to Fun Spot, 579 Endicott Street, North Laconia in New Hampshire. It's the largest arcade in the world, and they're open every day. For more details on fun and all the events, go to funspotnh.com. That's funspotnh.com.
Hi, Jack Heath here, inviting you to join me on October 25th for a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette Travel. From the historic cities of London and Edinburgh Castle to the English charm of Chester, medieval York, and York Minster, Conwy Castle, and the lovely Stratford-upon-Avon and London. We'll board a train and travel through rolling hills and even enjoy a traditional English afternoon tea. If you're interested in this trip or have already signed up, please join us on Wednesday, March 18th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Binney Media Studios, 4 Church Street in Concord for a very special meet and greet question and answer session to learn more about this amazing trip. Or call Colette at 800-581-8942 or visit thepulseofanh.com to learn more.
Enjoying a healthy dinner that tastes great means eating out at a pricey restaurant, right? Wrong. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers are delicious and healthy. The Tray and Tray steam technology delivers crisp veggies and tender protein in tasty selections, like Healthy Choice Simply Steamers grilled chicken and broccoli Alfredo. It's a satisfying meal with 28 grams of protein and nothing artificial. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers. What having it all tastes like.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions.
Obviously, don't take your
Get in touch with the show anytime at thepulseofnh.com and on the free to download Pulse of NH app. Now, back to Mike and the Haas on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
Mike and the Haas, sports talk classics in New England. Magic broadcast fantastic. Overborough crew where the echoes scream. Fathers, coaches chasing the dream.
All right, welcome back to Mike and Haas on the Pulse of New Hampshire. It is trivia time, brought to you by the Back Bay Boathouse.
Looking for the perfect lakeside escape? Head to the Back Bay Boathouse on beautiful Lake Winnipesaukee. Enjoy fresh seafood, delicious burgers, and refreshing drinks while taking in one of the best waterfront views in the lakes region. Whether you arrive by boat or by car, the Back Bay Boathouse is the place to relax and dine when you visit the Lakes region. The Back Bay Boathouse, great food, great views, and lakeside memories waiting for you. A chance to win a gift card to the Back Bay Boathouse if you know the answer to this trivia question. Jason Tatum played one season of college basketball at this university before declaring for the NBA draft. What university did Jason Tatum attend? If you know, 603-228-2080, 603-228-2080 for a chance to win a gift card to the Back Bay Boathouse. Little fun fact about Jason Tatum. He scored his first 10 points in his first collegiate game against the Maine Black Bears. Little did he know that he would become a Boston Celtic.
Well, when you're the number 3 pick, you don't get much choice.
There you go.
You don't get much
So if you know where Jason Tatum went to college for 1 year, give us a call, 603-228-2080.
So Tatum came back a week ago from last night, and we've been trying to dissect how that introduction is going to be. Let's actually, before we do that, Scott from Bow has an answer for trivia. Scott, what do you have for trivia?
Duke University.
Yeah, that is correct, Scott. Nice job. Jason Tatum went to Duke University for 1 year and then declared for the NBA draft and became a Boston Celtic. Scott, thanks so much for listening to the show, and congratulations on winning the gift card to the Back Bay Boathouse.
Nice job, Scott.
Thank you.
We've been trying to dissect the kind of like the whole Tatum effect on the Celtics. And we saw, and we talked about it earlier this week on OT, Jaylen Brown getting ejected out of the game, throwing an absolute temper tantrum.
Yeah.
And
he looked like a toddler.
He did. He did. He was not fined by the NBA. So Brown came out and said, "Look, I was in the right on this one, and because if I wasn't, they would have fined me."
Wow. I understand
what point.
He's got a good point. Yeah.
But,
just be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, no kidding. But that's not what the comment that caught me. The comment, he started talking about playing the game the right way.
Yeah.
And he went down the road of flopping.
Yes.
And how that players in the NBA now are arguing with refs on every single call, flopping, just embellishing, things that have happened to them.
Yeah.
And I think all you have to do is pull up any highlight of LeBron
I was going
James.
to say the LeBron James effect.
Yes.
Yeah.
And LeBron gets calls.
Right.
And he does it. There's phantom fouls that people don't even touch him, and he goes down.
He's going down. Yeah.
Which is embarrassing. And Brown called that out.
Yeah.
He called that out. That's not the way this is supposed to be played.
Right.
That's not how we should be doing it. And I don't do that.
Right.
I don't argue with refs generally. I don't.
That's a fair point.
I
He really
don't
doesn't.
flop. I don't show my emotions on the court.
Right.
You know who does argue every single time he goes to the basket?
Jason Tatum.
Jason-
Every time he's looking for this, that,
Jason
whatever
Tatum.
he's saying. Yeah.
And now
he
this
got fouled.
is his teammate. And the comments that Jaylen Brown made were directly at the kinds of behavior that Jason Tatum, his teammate, does every single time.
Yeah.
There's never a time when Tatum goes to the basket and misses and doesn't think he got fouled.
Right.
And the same thing would go for LeBron. There's never a time when LeBron misses any shot and doesn't think he got fouled.
I mean, all joking aside, I think LeBron in warm-ups thinks he fouled in the layup line.
So, Val getting popcorn. But I don't know if this is just another layer of frustration that Brown might have for Tatum.
Yeah.
And Tatum
He doesn't
coming
like the way Tatum plays the game.
Yeah. So they had 3 games this week. They had San Antonio, they had OKC, and the first one was Cleveland.
Yeah.
Great win against Cleveland. Brown had that's not the game he was ejected. No. Great game. San Antonio, Brown got ejected.
Yeah.
They got smoked at the end of it.
Yeah, at the end. I mean, they lost by 2, but
no. Not the San Antonio game. They lost by more than 2. I believe last night, Oklahoma City is the game that they lost by 2.
My bad. Yeah.
So last night,
yes,
both Tatum and White are out. Oklahoma City is one of the best teams in the league. And it was the Brown show, basically.
Yes.
And he kept them in there, and they only lost by 2 points on the road.
Correct.
I keep going back. Is this legitimate question? Is this team better right now without Tatum?
Maybe. I mean, I think I don't know, but I don't know if we're ever going to get a chance to see it. But I Missoula.
Well, we have seen it. We've seen it.
Yeah,
all
no,
year
but
long.
no, meaning maybe Missoula can give Tatum more rehab days, or whatever they're calling it for his Achilles, and keep him out of the lineup. Maybe
Management days.
Management days. Yeah, maybe that's what they need to do.
The ball needs to go through Brown.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, and that's what
Right now it does. Absolutely.
It needs to go through Brown, and I think that he's demonstrated that he should be the alpha in this team.
Yeah.
And Tatum
Because he
should be-
currently is.
And,
Yes.
But when Tatum's in there, we talked about the shots. That
Yeah.
Tatum is getting his shots, and they're coming off of Brown's total. They're not coming off necessarily of everybody else's total. It's potentially a problem. But I think these comments, bear noting that he's talking about the behavior that the quote unquote number one player on their team exhibits. And he's calling it out. Now, he didn't obviously call Tatum by name or anything like
Right.
that, but Tatum is notorious. And, one of Dog's favorite, SGA, is also somebody that he's complains about. He thinks he should be getting calls every single time.
Every time. Well, let's play hypothetical for a second. Let's say the Celtics make it to the finals, right? Let's just say that maybe they win it, maybe they don't, whatever. What happens to the Celtics? Does Jaylen Brown request a trade? Yeah. So this potentially could be it, because Boston's not going to give up Tatum, but I could see them moving on from Brown.
Okay.
Good luck today.
Thank you. We're going to go to break. I'm going to get out of here. You guys are going to wrap things up.
Yep.
Don't forget the poll question.
Right. Well, so when we come back, Dog, we're gonna start with the poll question. Okay.
All right. And thanks for covering, guys. More Mike and Haas when you get back.
All right.
This is the Pulse of New Hampshire, 107.7 WTPL.
Tired of staring at the same four walls? Shake off that cabin fever, New Hampshire. Spring is calling, and so are those spring projects. The 59th annual New Hampshire State Home Show is back, bringing fresh inspiration for all your home projects. Join over 200 vendors, exhibitors, and industry pros at the DoubleTree by Hilton in Manchester. Explore hot accessory dwelling units, stunning landscape designs, beautiful interior ideas, and everything in between to transform your space. Need a break? Relax in the beer and wine garden, or discover unique treasures from local artisans in the Made in New England Pavilion. It all happens March 14th and 15th. That's Saturday from 10 to 6, Sunday from 10 to 4 at the DoubleTree in Manchester. Presented by the New Hampshire Home Builders Association and sponsored by Bell Tates Building Products. Get your discounted tickets today at nhstatehomeshow.com. Don't wait. Your dream home starts here.
Hey, this is Dr. Stephanie from Crossroads Chiropractic. I'm about to call one of our practice members.
Hello?
Lisa?
Hi there.
I'm on the phone with Lisa. She's one of our favorite practice members. Lisa, how long have you been getting adjusted?
Oh, it's been at least 13 years.
What brought you into Crossroads?
Oh, the lower back pain that I was having was horrible. I just popped one day and it just wouldn't go back, and then I started getting sciatica problems.
So we took some x-rays, found the problem, and you started getting adjusted. Initially 3 times a week. Your sciatica got better, but you kept up for wellness visits.
Oh, it's been amazing. The staff is amazing. My treatment's been amazing. I feel so much better. I love that each adjustment feels like a reset for me.
Do you have any advice to someone who's hesitant to get adjusted?
It's worth a shot, and in the end, you're going to be so grateful that you did it.
Give us a call at Crossroads Chiropractic, 603-575-9080. This month, a complete exam with any necessary x-rays is just $59 in Pembroke, Bedford, Meredith, and Epping. Or find us on the web at crossroadschiropractic.com.
Back with Bill from Genrose. And Bill, last time we talked, I didn't get to ask you about your pricing when it comes to your stone and tile. What separates you guys from the big box stores, for real?
Well, we buy from all the largest manufacturers in the world, so we've got everything from build-a-grade tile that looks great, price is right, or to your high-end stuff that everybody wants, maybe in a custom master bath, still priced right, and the quality is always going to be there.
Okay, Bill, now we know about the tile and the interior. Well, let's talk pavers and outside. What you got?
Yeah, well, they're making porcelain pavers now for the outdoor world, which gives us different sizes, different colors, options than what they have for the old-fashioned cement pavers that have been used for 100 years.
Right?
They last forever.
And the colors?
And the colors are great. We can even match the same colors to your outdoor porcelain pavers as your inside porcelain tiles.
Excellent. Well, I guess all that's left to do is to let them know how to get there.
We're located in Pembroke, Merrimack, and Intervale, or genrose.com.
You're listening to the Granite State's own Mike and the Haas on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
And the Hawks on the airways blast. Talking New England sports, they got the facts. Coaches and teachers making it clear. Wolfboro mornings filled with cheer.
Oh, dog, I love it. I love it. Welcome back to Mike and the Hoss. Mike, thank you, dog, for playing that song. Mike is off. Mike is going to catch a bus, as he mentioned. He's heading off to SNHU to SNU to hopefully lead his team, the Kingswood Knights, to victory against the Berlin Gorham Mountaineers in hockey. So good luck to Mike and the boys and all the teams playing today. Dog, we're going to do a little bit of a little fun game in a little bit, but before we do that, can we review last week's poll question and then talk about this week's poll question?
Sure. Should Miami, Ohio? I don't like saying Miami of Ohio. It just feels, I just like saying Miami then Ohio, like married ... with children. Should Miami, Ohio men's hoops get an at-large bid in the NCAA tournament in 2026? 71.4% saying yes, 28.6% saying no. And this is big, Mike, because Charlie, because
they lost.
They lost to UMass.
Yeah. They lost, and it was lost in the opening round. And we had talked about that, dog, just saying like, all right, if they go on to win the MAC, all right, they should get it. They should get a bid. And now, do you feel any differently now that they lost in the first round than you did prior to this?
No, they should be in.
They should be in. Yeah, and it's interesting. I was reading Dick Vitale, right? And Dick, I grew up, with Dick Vitale. Have the utmost respect for him, and he's all in. He said, nope, they should get a bid similar to you, dog. Miami of Ohio should be in the tournament. We're going to find out because Selection Day is tomorrow. Before we do this week's poll question, dog, I just wanted to mention that Maine Love Water and seltzers are our sponsor for this segment. Maine Love Water and seltzers are sourced from pristine Maine water, delivering a crisp, refreshing taste in every can. If you're reaching for a canned water or a seltzer, give Maine Love a try. And here it is, absolutely delicious. Thanks to our sponsor of segment 4, Maine Love Water.
Okay, and the poll question for this week: will Team USA win the 2026 World Baseball Classic? Yes or no? They're getting closer. They're one step closer. They take on, though, a really tough Dominican Republic team tomorrow, and that's going to be interesting because after that
will be. Yeah,
that will be. And then I believe the championship game is Tuesday if they get there. So
So they won last night in the quarterfinals 5-3 over Canada. Canada. Mm-hmm. And now they're in the semifinals, so it'll be interesting. We do have some World Baseball Classic games today. That are happening, and that's going to be Italy versus Puerto Rico, and you're going to see Venezuela versus Japan. So that'll kind of round out who's making the semifinals, and it'll be exciting. And then once we get through the World Baseball Classic, dog, we're on to Major League Baseball and the MLB season.
Can't wait. We're 2 weeks away. Yeah,
I know, it's wild. One other thing I wanted to mention, dog, and I don't know if you have the opportunity to do this, but Banana Ball's coming to Northeast Dental Delta Stadium, where the Fisher Cats play. They're coming in June, and I don't know if you entered the raffle or not, or if you have tickets, but I did enter the raffle, and I did not win the raffle, but I did make it to standby. So I'm hoping that there might be some seats available after everybody purchases their tickets, because I've always wanted to see the Savannah Bananas, and the fact that they're coming to our backyard would be awesome.
Yeah, I wasn't able to get tickets, so it's okay. I want to see what the experience is in the 603, because I know there's going to be people that I know that are going to go and take pictures and video. It's going to be fantastic.
Well, dog, hopefully I'm one of them, so we'll see.
Right.
All right. So our last segment, dog, I've got a couple of questions. We'll see how many we can get through, and I just want I want your opinion, and feel free to give more insight if you need to or want to. All right. My question for you, dog, is what is harder to win? The Super Bowl, the World Series, the Stanley Cup, or the NBA Finals? What is harder to win?
The Stanley Cup, because you go through the absolute grind of an 82-game season, soon to be an 84-game season. You're lucky if you play all of those games. And then you have the potential, if you're the number 1 or the number 7 or number 8, rather, does not matter the seed that you are. You have the potential of going to a Game 7 each and every single round. Round. That's round 1, 2, 3. And if you're lucky, the Stanley Cup final. You get there, Anything can happen in a game 7. I think it's the hardest. I think it's the best trophy too. The way they lift it up and everything. That hardware, you earn that hardware.
Yeah.
And lift it up and to all that glory.
Let me ask a question then, because I probably would have selected World Series, and my basis for it is it's a 162 game season, and then you have the playoffs. Why did you not pick the World Series? Why did you not pick baseball?
I just think because there's a certain grind to any sport. Don't get me wrong,
Sure.
but
Yeah.
hockey players, they will play with broken sternums.
Yes.
They're not doing that in baseball. You got a broken sternum, the doctor's going to sit you down and put you on the 60-day injured list. You're not coming back for a period of time. Plus, pitchers only pitch every so often, that 5th day or 4th or 5th day. But when postseason comes, they pitch every 3 day or that 3rd day if they're really the ace of that rotation. They're ready to go, not on full rest, which I love. At the same time, though, it's super risky if it doesn't work out or an injury happens.
And sometimes they end up in the bullpen too. If you have
That's
to,
right.
if you need,
Mad Bum,
you need
right? Mad Bum, the story of Mad Bum, and that was back in 2014. We're still talking about it today because really a lot of pitchers haven't done that since until Yamamoto.
Right. All right. Let me ask you this question: Who is the? I'm going to give you a list. Who is the greatest basketball player of all time? Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Larry Bird, or someone else?
It's Jordan. So
okay, Jordan. No questions asked. No
questions
debate.
asked.
Nothing. Okay,
No,
I agree.
no.
I would go with Michael Jordan. I know that people are trying to make a case probably for LeBron James, who's obviously still playing, but I still think it's Michael Jordan.
He's the greatest player of the 21st century, LeBron is, but if you're doing overall, it's Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
All right. Okay. How about this one? Who wins the 2026 NBA title? Celtics are there. Cavaliers, of course. Thunder, Pistons, Spurs, Knicks, Lakers, someone else. What are you thinking?
Ooh, because the NBA the last few years has really been good with parity because we did not expect the Indiana Pacers to be in the NBA Finals last year. The Cleveland Cavaliers were the number 1 seed, but they were ousted by those said Pacers in round 2, and they made it to the NBA Finals and lost and went to a game 7, all the way to a game 7 against OKC. I'll give OKC the benefit of the doubt right now, and it wouldn't surprise me, though, if the Celtics or the Cavs or even the Spurs, who I think are ahead of schedule, get to the NBA Finals because the Spurs have played the Thunder really well in the regular season. That might not mean anything in the playoffs, but at the same time, though, maybe it could because teams don't repeat winning the NBA championship anymore. This parity system, the NFL style, is starting to work in the NBA.
Yeah, good points. And I think obviously, I'm a homer. I would love for the Celtics, but I think I agree with you. I think the Thunder have a pretty good chance of doing it again. I didn't get a chance. We didn't get your opinion on this with the Jaylen Brown. Do you think Jaylen Brown's gone next year off the Celtics?
No, I think 2 more years because again, that contract. Who's going to want to take a piece of that contract? That's
Right.
a lot of money and a lot of years. It will depreciate or not depreciate. There won't be as much owed to him in a couple more years.
Right. Yeah, agreed. And I think they need to figure out. They got to figure out the issue with Jason Tatum, whether it's the issue with Tatum or if the issue with Brown. But that's kind of going to have to play out if the Celtics really want to make a run deep into the playoffs. Tell me a little bit. Last night you had the opportunity. We didn't get a chance to talk about this on air. You got a chance to see Jim Gaffigan, right?
Yes.
How was it? And by the way, happy belated. We didn't say this either. Happy belated birthday. Yesterday was your birthday.
Yes, thank you. Yes. I wasn't expecting it to go to Jim Gaffigan. I thought I was just going to twiddle my thumbs, open my packages for mail that I got and just celebrate another trip around the sun. He was under the weather, but he was really good. Man, he hates his kids. No, I'm just kidding.
He likes to use them. Yeah, definitely for humor.
They're teenagers, which is fantastic humor. It's fantastic fodder for a comedian if you have teenage boys.
Yeah.
And yeah, they are, because teenagers are forces of nature when it comes to, now I don't know some experience as a parent because I'm not a parent. So they are forces of nature. You can't tell them no,
Yeah. Well, good. Well, happy birthday, dog. Enjoy the weekend. And everybody, thanks for listening to Mike and the Hoss. You can catch Overtime with Mike and the Hoss every week on the Pulse of New Hampshire Podcast Network. Thanks for listening, everybody.